Hello?
Hey guys, Luke here, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new FLS video. So, this FLS video is my first ever detention. Now, I doubt there is anyone watching this video who has never got a detention before, and if you have, great job, but, detentions these days, they just get thrown around so much. You can do something, like, really minor, like, try to light your school on fire, and you get a detention these days, and I don't go too serious. I don't go for, wearing the wrong socks on if you have a uniform and, wearing bad clothing that can get you a detention. I don't go too far. I don't think anyone goes that far. But, if you're trying to burn down your school or have a fight with your teacher, they just throw out detention these days. So I'm not too happy about that. But that's not how I got my detentions. I'm going to start off this story with how I misunderstood my first detention and then my second detention, which is my actual first detention. I know that doesn't really make sense, but, I'm stupid, whatever. So the first detention, I was in class talking with girls, being a little flirt like I am, a bloody 12-year I was, and I'm talking, and the teacher is boring. You have, guys, like, I know that your parents start to think, oh, it's the teacher. No, I mean, it's not the teacher's fault, it's just yours, you should be listening, but some teachers are just shit. Like, there's a lot of teachers that you just can't learn from because they're terrible at talking and they're just terrible teachers. And I had this teacher and she was just boring, terrible. So I was just talking to friends, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, Luke, stop talking, blah, 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 blah. And I got a detention. But this is going to sound stupid and weird, but there's a big difference. I think it's a teacher's detention. And in my school, it was a coordinator's detention. Now, coordinator's detention is when you stay in a room with all the other people from all other different classes for about half an hour. They're shit. They take up all your lunchtime. And a teacher's detention is something for, like, it can be as big as 20 minutes to as little as 1 minute, just to, you shouldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. Teacher's detention is nothing. Now, because I was in year 7 and I didn't know the difference, I hadn't got one before, I actually went and did a full actual coordinator's detention. So I ended up having to do a coordinator's detention and then go and see her the next day because I got confused. Then it was awkward because as I was with a friend, I was talking so much shit about her, just saying the worst things, and she actually walked up behind me as I was saying it. So I don't know if she heard because her face, if she did hear me, then it would not have been a great sight for me. But she didn't hear, so that was kind of my first detention. But I like saying that one was because you guys know that wouldn't really count as a first one. My first actual detention where I got sent to a coordinator was because, oh wait, I don't know if coordinators in America or whatever, or it was just my school, but coordinators, like, you got your teachers, then you got the people who run the certain year level, and in my 7, 8, year 9 level, there was coordinators, about 4 or 5 of them, and they run that whole area. They run that shit, and they are the big bosses for it, and then there's the principals, assistant principals, whatever, but they weren't involved. So, my first ever detention wasn't just, Luke, you got a detention. It was, Luke, you got 3 detentions. So it makes sense that it's my first detention, but I got another 2 leading up to that. Now, this is what happened. It was at lunchtime, and there was a sand pit. Yes, there was a sand pit in fucking high school. No, it wasn't really a sand pit. It was like one of those, what is the Olympic thing? You run and you jump in the sand. I don't know why it's in the Olympics, but you run and jump in sand. Long jump, something like that. Yeah, there was a long jump sand pit, and what I usually do is I usually make sand castles and all that kind of thing, and no, I don't really, but there was a heap of guys. We're all playing soccer, different year levels, whatever, that kind of thing. We're all playing soccer, and next thing you know, everyone's wrestling in the sandpit, and I'm loving it. I'm thinking this is the best thing ever. Like 10 guys all in the sandpit touching each other. I thought, what could be better? Now, we're all wrestling, all having fun, and just doing what kids do, and it was right down the back of the school, so no teachers were going to go oi oi or miss. Have you guys ever had where you're play fighting with someone, and next thing you know, it's like the teachers think it's a full-blown fight? They're the worst. I might have a story for that actually later on in the series. But anyway, we're all far away from that, so we didn't have any of that kind of trouble. But I saw a kid, we're all wrestling, and I decided to be a smartass like I was back then, pick up some sand, open his pants, and put the sand down his pants. Yes, put sand down his pants. Wasn't my best idea. Actually, it kind of was. It was pretty fucking funny, but I put sand down his pants. He just had a weird look on his face and then just kept wrestling. It was all fine. He was just picking out sand from his underwear for like the next 5 minutes. And I thought everything was fine, and I'm walking back to class with some friends, and next thing you know, this kid's next to me, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And he wasn't angry at all. He was fine. He was just picking up sand out of his ass. And next thing you know, his friend goes to a teacher that was walking by. Hey, sir, he put sand down his pants. He put sand down his pants. Get him in trouble. Get him in trouble. I'm like, you motherfucker. You, you are dead to me, kid. I was so angry. I was like, hey, this kid came out of nowhere. I'm like, were you even there? And it's like you weren't in the bonding moment of us 10 boys touching each other. Do you know what I mean? Like he wasn't there. So he told on me. I got sent to the coordinators because the kid couldn't really hide the fact that he was picking sand out of his ass, so he wasn't going to go, no, 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 he didn't, because he had sand coming out of his shorts. But uh, then I got sent there, and I'm sitting there in the coordinator's office, and this fat teacher, like this big guy, is just sitting there, sitting down, and wouldn't be able to stand. He was like, he just kept going on about these random rules and all this kind of crap, and I was like, yep, yep, yep. So then I got 3 detentions, and that was shit, guys. There is not one person that would go, oh, detentions are great. The detentions take up half your lunchtime when you've been in class all day. They're terrible. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is my first ever detention, my proper detention. I told a few stories in there, but who cares? Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I want you guys to tell me why did you get your first detention, and tell me why. Tell me why. And if you haven't got a detention, then good job to you, but you'll definitely be getting one soon. Anyway, as always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and love you guys. Have a great day. See you later.